afternoon, I'm Lauren McMahon reporting from MLKS Productions. Coming up in today's news, Chad prisoners face death behind bars. 10 left dead after car bombing in Pakistan. The London 2012 Olympic and Paralympic Games draw to an end. And 4 suspects arrested after a teenage boy is stabbed at a Facebook house party. 17-year-old Jay Whiston, an A-level student from the Clacton area, was brutally murdered after attending a party in Essex on Saturday night. The party, which was organised over Facebook, allowed anyone to freely turn up at the gathering. Jay was there with friends when things took a turn for the worse and he was stabbed to death outside the party. He was then rushed to Colchester General Hospital with severe abdominal injuries and shortly died afterwards. A post-mortem later revealed that Jay had died due to several stab wounds. His distraught mother, Caroline Shearer, told MLKS Productions that she believed her son was set upon after he was trying to protect his friend. "It's every mother's worst nightmare," she said. "He was loved by everyone and so caring. My son had never been in trouble with the police before. He hated bullies and hated people being unfair." We are now going to go over to Katie Smith, our On the Streets reporter, to ask the general public their thoughts and opinions on this tragic story.
Thank you, Lauren. The latest update on the case is 4 teenage boys have been arrested on suspicion of murder. I am currently on the streets of Stockport to ask the public on their views. How did this story make you feel when you heard about it?
I felt really quite sick, really, because such a young life wasted needlessly. I mean, we don't know all the facts yet and what's actually happened, what's resulted in it. But if you put young people together, men, women, alcohol, then sooner or later you're asking for trouble, really.
I was really shocked. I was just like, why would anyone do such a thing?
Do you think this would make you a more protective parent?
Definitely. I mean, parents are more and more at risk with your children going out.
I think it's down to parents and down to kids to be more sort of understanding and responsible that these sorts of things can happen, and sort of be more aware when you're being set up.
So that's what the people think. Back to you in the studio, Lauren.
In other news, Chad prisoners could face death whilst behind bars. We go over to Sophie Hough-Loftus, who is currently outside the prison, waiting to report.
Thank you, Lauren. I am outside the N'Djamena prison in Chad. The human rights group Amnesty International has recently been investigating the conditions that the prisoners have to endure. They have said that the prisons have found to be overcrowded and unventilated during their visits. They also discovered children as young as 7 months old staying with their mothers in cells. In the documents they have found at least 9 incidents reported of prisoners dying of asphyxiation and 7 other reports of prisoners being shot by the guards. Amnesty have also reported that women prisoners face constant risk of sexual attacks causing pregnancy and STDs. In a recent interview, Christian Makosa, Amnesty's Chad researcher, has said the following: "It is not acceptable for detention conditions to be so poor that a prison sentence that risks becoming a death sentence. Most of the prisoners we met were emaciated and weak. Some were chained 24 hours a day, and many suffered skin diseases, sexually transmitted infected, malaria or TB. This report is urging the authorities of the African country to investigate the alleged abuse. No public comments have been made by the government in the N'Djamena so far. Thank you."
Thank you, Sophie. Now for your daily sports update with Marc Bridle.
Hi, I'm Mark with the sports and weather. The Olympics finally finished today as British stars at the Olympics and Paralympics are due to celebrate their success with a victory parade through the streets of central London later. It is expected that there will be hundreds of thousands gathering today to watch the Olympic parade. One special athlete everyone is looking forward to seeing in the centre of London is Britain's golden girl Ellie Simmonds, who won 4 gold medals in the Games. Ellie, who is 17, suffering from dwarfism, said she doesn't want the Games to end and added she feels no different from able-bodied Olympians. Now, with the weather, it's still relatively warm, generally dry and fairly bright across many southern areas, though cooler than the weekend. Some heavy rain looks likely to develop across parts of Northern Ireland and southern Scotland, brighter but chilly in the far north. And now, back to Lauren.
That's all for now from MLKS Productions. Tune in at 6 for more updates. Thank you for watching and goodbye.